TV, print and radio advertising are all governed by a comprehensive set of rules. Yet very little exists to govern online advertising. But online is where the majority of people now go to research and buy everything, from pensions to pet food, holidays to houses, shoes to savings products. But it's for each individual platform to decide what, if any, verification checks it wants to make on businesses taking out adverts on its service. Just this week, a user survey published by Which found that a third of victims who reported a fraudulent ad on Google said the advert was not taken down by the search engine, while a quarter of victims who reported an advert on Facebook that resulted in them being scammed said the advert was not removed by the social media site. Action fraud figures show that in the year to June 2020, 85% of all fraud was cyber-enabled. In relation to clone scams, reports increased by nearly 30% between March and April just last year in the space of a month. Victims lost more than £78 million to clone scams in 2020. It's hard to put those sorts of figures into context for individuals, but the average loss for victims is around £45,000. That could be the deposit for your home, the money you were saving to start your own business or expand it, savings for retirement or to pass on to your children. Gone. In 2018, The Telegraph, which has done some really excellent work on this issue, reported that in the previous year, only 25% of the funds lost to APP scams, where the victim transfers money to the bank account of the criminal, was successfully returned to victims. These figures are shocking. And that's before you even take into account the immense psychological and emotional toll on victims and their families. Scammers take advantage of people's fears, hopes and anxieties, and they motivate them to transfer large sums of money on these bases. Anyone who's helped a victim of these crimes knows how heart-wrenching the ordeal is for them. The feeling of anxiety and powerlessness experienced when pleading with banks and law enforcement to help recover life savings is a tremendous unseen harm caused by online scams. Recent analysis by consumer champion Which found that there are 300 to 350 fraud reports every week in which victims show signs of severe emotional distress. Fraudulent online adverts are a very real threat to all our constituents. It's not something that's on the horizon, it's here already. It has been for several years. The alarm bells are sounding, the problem is growing, so let's grip it now and offer our constituents the protection they all deserve.